What's up guys, Bill Mornich here, Training with a Y, bringing you a little bit different type of video today. We're not doing a routine, we're gonna be going over ways to avoid cardio, okay? When I say cardio, I'm talking about traditional steady state cardio where you stay at one pace for a set period of time. We've all seen the guys pounding away on the treadmill or elliptical for 40, 45 minutes at a time and maybe not seeing the results that they were hoping for, okay? If you're like me, you hate cardio as much as I do, we're always looking for ways to make it more exciting and shorter at the same time. And how we're gonna do that is through interval training, okay? We can do it in a bunch of different ways. I'm gonna show you ways that you can do it outside in the gym, with your partner, with your kid, with your dog, just ways to make it more enjoyable, okay? So let's go ahead and hit it. So before we get into some of the exercises, you guys need to know what an interval is, okay? So what an interval is it's a raising of your heart rate and a lowering of your heart rate. Basically the changing of your effort level, all right? And obviously that's different than the steady state traditional cardio where you go at a certain pace for a certain amount of time and you're done. The great thing about intervals is that you can do it in a lot of different ways, which we're gonna show you here today. And also it doesn't take as long as a steady state cardio, okay? So an interval is gonna be about 15, 20 minutes. Obviously you can change it, make it your own. But if, in my opinion, if you're doing an interval for 40, 45 minutes, you're doing it way too long and your effort level isn't high enough, okay? So we really need to jack your heart rate up and also allow it to come back down. A common mistake I see a lot is the rest period, okay? So your time off has to be off or very minimal to allow your heart rate to come back down. A lot of people have problems letting that happen, okay? So if you love your treadmill, if you love your elliptical, your bike, obviously you can still do that with the interval training. You're just gonna do it a little bit differently, okay? An example that I like to give is sprints for 30 seconds and either putting your feet to the side and standing for 90 seconds, 2 minutes to allow your heart rate to come back down before jumping back on. Again, obviously those times can vary. The important thing to remember is that you want to jack your heart rate up as high as you can and let it fall down as low as possible, as close to normal as you can, okay? And that's what's gonna burn the most fat. Now, if you're like me and you still can't stand the treadmill or the bike or the stepper or any type of machines, no matter what type of training you're doing, then these next exercises are gonna be for you. This might not look like a piece of cardio equipment, but the way that you use it makes a difference, guys. So this is obviously a sled, okay? We can push this, we can pull it. You guys can push this with heavy weight. You can push it for speed, you can push it for time or distance, okay? A great way to do cardio without doing cardio. I know it's a piece of equipment that a lot of you might not have, but if you have it, I highly recommend that you use it. If you used it before, in the past, you know the benefits that you get out of it. You can use it with an interval type fashion, so time on and time off, or you can pair it up, superset it with a less intense exercise, maybe a core or an ab that allows your heart rate to slow back down, okay? The second piece of cardio equipment that I wanted you guys to see are the battle ropes, okay? So I'm gonna show them here a couple. These are great as well. You guys can do this in an interval type fashion, so for time on and time off, or you can pair it up with a core or less intense type of exercise, but this really gets your heart rate up, okay? So a couple exercises that you guys can do on these are slams. So you just go ahead and slam it up, triple extension up on your toes, slam it as hard as you can down. You do that for reps or time. You go crisscrossing, okay, for time. You go just conventional, what I call conventional rows here. Anything that gets your heart rate up. I don't want you guys to be a robot and think about it too much. Have fun with it, make it your own. Whatever you like to do on it, you can't really go wrong with this stuff that I'm showing you here today. Okay, again, do it for time, do it for speed, superset it with something. Great piece of cardio equipment. The third one is the tire. Okay, just looking at this, I know it might look scary, intense. It doubles as a strength exercise similar to the sled. Obviously, you're getting strength out of it if you're flipping it. So almost like a squat or a deadlift, you're flipping it. Again, you guys can use this for reps, you can do it for time, you can do it for distance, you can pair it up with something. All of these can be done on your off day. They can be done after weight training, whenever you would rather, or whenever you do regular cardio, okay guys? So those are three pieces of equipment that I wanted to show you guys, to allow you guys to see that cardio can be fun, it can be enjoyable. I know that most of you might not have any of these or all of these, but if you can find a gym that has them, I highly recommend it. They are enjoyable, they do make it fun, and yeah, and they work. So those are 3 pieces of cardio equipment that you guys should try. The great thing about intervals, guys, is that they're versatile. So you guys can use the equipment that I just showed you, or you can do it with minimal to no equipment. And a great way to do that is through every minute on the minutes, or EMOMs, made famous through CrossFit, but you don't have to be a CrossFitter to do these, is you guys can use minimal equipment like a slam bow or jump rope, or for those of you that like to do body weight exercises, you can do burpees, mountain climbers, high knees, anything to get your heart rate up, guys. And how every minute on the minute works is that you're not gonna have a time on, you're gonna have a set number of reps that you need to get done, and you start on a fresh minute. So think of a running clock, you're gonna start every minute, you're gonna do the set number of reps that you have to do, and the time remaining before the next minute begins is your rest period. So an example would be trying to do 20 burpees, okay? You do 20 burpees in 25 seconds, you have 35 seconds to rest. And a great way to challenge yourself is to try to get the reps done faster, or if you're using a piece of equipment like the slam ball, try to go heavier faster. Okay, so that's another great way, and you guys do that for a set number of rounds, 9, 10 rounds, so it'll be 9 or 10 minutes. Again, you don't have to do it for 30 minutes, so it's faster. Another great way to do intervals, guys, for those of you that like to get outside, is simply walking, and then walking at a faster pace. So for those of you that have kids, if you walk your kids, if you're walking down the block, simply walking at a faster pace, and a slower pace, and changing your effort levels is an interval. So I don't want you guys to think that you have to do something crazy for it to be an interval. I personally love hill sprints, so if you guys have a hill close by, and you want to sprint up it, simply walking down it is an interval, okay? You can walk and every block do mountain climbers. Something as simple as that is an interval, guys. It gets you outside, gets you away from the equipment. It's not boring. You guys can challenge yourself and change it up as much as you want. That's a great thing about intervals, and they don't have to be done for a long period of time. Okay, so I think that's it. Phil, if I missed anything?
That's it.
All right, well, thanks guys for joining me on this video that was a little bit different than our other ones. And make sure you're following me on any of my social media, my website, all of that's in the link in the description below. If you liked the video, make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, remember, why do you train?